Hello, Queens. So we're going to be talking about foreplay and the meaning in a relationship. So there's a scientific study about this, and I'd love to share that with you today. Hi, if you don't know who I am, I'm Sindy V King. I'm a creator of Calling My King. I help transform women to create lasting love through Vedic astrology, neuroscience, and transactional analysis so that she becomes the queen of love. And today we're going to be talking about foreplay and the science behind it as well, and if it makes a big difference or not. So I'll link everything down below. Just know that every research has a limitations in general, and there's always going to be new information that will be updated. I did make a video about 10 possibilities that scientists can be in the pitfall for. So that being said, there's no perfect out there, and I just want to make sure that you are aware when you're reading these studies as well in general. Okay, so they were saying like women tends to be an oven, and that can totally be true. So that has to be on the idea of warming up in general. So they were saying that foreplay is a very important factor, and that could be kissing, cuddling, that could be touching, or just actually talking together. And I think that is key when it comes to bonding as a human being than what you call in the animal kingdom experience. So here's a scientific that they were stating here. In one of the studies clearly state that foreplay in a married couple, if you're doing foreplay between 1 to 10 minutes, the person is more likely to have an orgasm, and this clearly state when it comes to sexual function and dysfunction in general when it comes to female. I'm very interested in female body because it's very complex, and we have a lot of hormones that has a big role and a big factor that plays between as well. That being said, I have linked the study down below, but they were saying that any sort of sexual dysfunction always happens in the mind, and that is very true for many studies that I have came across as well. So what can we do in sexually in general can we have with our partners? And that doesn't mean straight or gay, it's just human natures in general. Hormone has a big factor. I want to make sure your body is in a healthy condition, that you can either function in general, have clear-minded, and is really drinking the fountain of youth. That being said, when it comes to sexuality, I think what makes you feel good, and not only what makes you feel good, but also understand and able to educate them how to do it as well. I know that's kind of strange in general, but like they should know, right? But no, they don't know. They don't have the same body part. Doesn't matter if you're straight or gay. Everybody has different preferences. And also, if it releases a dopamine in the body, guess what? You're more likely want to bond with that same person. I'm not saying in general that everybody should be in one position or say. What my thoughts on casual relationship, it works the same way, even though you might know them in a very short time period. There's a few things that I'm wanting to make sure that you are protecting yourself, and I don't want you receiving any venereal disease if you're doing a casual relationship, because you don't know exactly where this other person has been or with, or what they're doing with their bodies. So I really want to stress this out. But for a marriage relationship wise, I think cuddling is so important in general. It's not about the act itself only, but I think it's about self-healing and self-pleasure, and whatever trauma that you might have through sexually or in general as a child or anything, this is something that you can deal with, and there is great resources like EMDR is one of them that I kind of like. So I'm a little bit biased on that because I have seen work and I have seen results from many people themselves. So, and I know that sometimes it doesn't work, and either interference of medication, or there's a blockage, or there's a huge different ego state. So I have made videos on that when it comes to those sexual dysfunction in general. That being said, I want you to make sure that not only your mind has got to be clear, and it has to be allowing your partner to be able to bond with you, and it has to be fun. I want you to actually be able to have fun and not be so serious about every situation. If the cuddling was not exactly in 10 minutes, you know what I mean? You're not kind of doing that. The longer that they were saying, the longer the time that you're spending minutes or cuddling or foreplaying per se, you're more likely to have a higher chance of hitting that orgasm based on the study. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be so curious about orgasm, and you definitely should not be shy about it. And I think we're all human here, and curiosity is such an important factor, part of our human DNA in general. So that being said, I have a wonderful membership. I'd love to hear some of that story either here or over there. That being said, I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye now.